Good morning, friends. I'm Jackie. Welcome to Gone Potty Gardening. Today, I'm going to make a start on the area that I was talking about in the last video. What I've got to do is clear the area where all the raspberry beds are because we've got the new polytunnel coming. Although I've got lots of jobs, like I want to make an onion rack and a garlic rack, I feel that I should get on with this while the weather's dry because I could come unstuck really. It could rain for the next 3 weeks. So there's an area in the garden, I don't know, probably people that have been following the channel will know, where I grew the, pumpkins. And it's quite a big area. Now that area has been covered for about a year. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift that plastic up and I'm going to rotivate that area there. Rather than try to move all them fruit bushes and dig individual holes, I'd rather just try and do a big area where it's kind of ready just for me to transplant them in there. So that area does have to be cleared by the 6th of April, ready for the polycarbonate polytunnel. So yeah, I better get on with it. I'm just looking for the petrol. Down in the area where I've grown the pumpkins last year, there's all bottles still there from where I watered the pumpkins. So I'm going to take the wheelbarrow and chuck them all in there and bring them up here. And I'll be able to use them in the polytunnel for now, just as cloches for anything that I plant in here. Now, since the last video, the temperatures outside have really dropped. Today is only 2 or 3 degrees Celsius, so it is cold still. So in a way, although I've done the carrots in the polytunnel, I'm glad that I haven't quite potted anything else on. But what I'm going to do, I think, is bring my heat mat out here, the lights, and I've also got a long heater with a cover, which I can use out here as well, because we have got the electric out here. So that I'll probably do all that tomorrow, but today while it's all right, I'm going to try and get this done, and I've no idea what it's like underneath. We'll go and have a look. So this is the area I mean, where we grew all the pumpkins last year, and I'm going to take all the sticks and stuff off, and we'll have a look at what's underneath in a minute. It should be all right to rotivate. It's been like it for a year. I'm just going to dump these in there. Now you do have to be careful on here actually, because this plastic, it's slippery when it's wet. It's good to get rid of all this. Quite a big area really. This fence also needs to come off. And I've no idea what I'm going to do with it yet. But I'll put it over here, I think, just for a minute. So I've ended up with all those bottles. I've chucked them in there for now because I've got to sort that mesh out. I'm going to put it in the washing machine. So I've just been and got the mantis tiller. They're great there. They're small, they're light, perfect. And I didn't think it would start because it's been in there since last summer. So let's see how we get on. I've no idea what it's like under here. Got to find a corner. Oh, that was a mouse. Probably lots of slugs. Yeah, that was a little mouse that ran out from under there. Oh, it looks quite good. But I'm sorry I did disturb a mouse. So, yeah, that's what the ground looks like underneath after a year. And those little bits are where I grew the pumpkins. Make sure there's no stones, because it is very stony ground. So yeah, I'll have to be careful. So I'm just going to go and get the rotavator, fill it with petrol. And I didn't think it would start because it's been in that garage since last summer and it's damp in there. So, but yeah, it did. So perfect. So I'm just going to remove some big weeds that I can see and then get on with the rotavating. Yeah, these are just the leftovers kind of thing, where the hole was in the plastic. And some of them are perennial weeds. So yep. Right, let's see if we can get it started again. Hopefully it should be fine. There we go. Let's see how we get on then. You can probably hear a load of swans in the background. They've been over in the floodwater for all the winter. They come all the way from Iceland, and yeah, there must be 40 or so. Anyway, with the rotavating, it's going to take me a while because I need to do the top, then I need to go over it and get deeper and deeper till I've got a decent depth of soil in there. And I'll probably just do that half today and do the other half tomorrow. And yeah, I did disturb a mouse though, but hey ho. Yeah, so that plastic has been on there a year, so it's well and truly killed everything in there. And no doubt there will be weeds that come back, and some people will probably dig it over first, but I can't really. I too many joint pains with lupus and that, but I do it the way that I find is easiest, and that'll be that, and then I'll keep up with the weeding as I go along. And but this area is part of where I want to put the raspberry beds. Let's get it going again. Or did I turn that off? Oh no, on.
totisira kupi zvatatarisana nemagumo zvitatu zvedu zviri papini ndashaiwa he taitava kuningune papini ndabaiwa me nama kuchengeta nama ekove nama kurera nama.
What I'm going to have to do, like I just said, is I'm going to have to go over that quite a few times until I get the right kind of depth that I want. And it's only to transplant the fruit bushes. So yeah. From the back there, carry on a path down. And this area here would be where I put the fruit bushes, but I also want a couple of paths going that way. And I've got wooden beds to put in there, so they're just pallet beds, you know, which I'll put long ways. And they should be about 8 foot long, I think. So yeah, so that should work out all right. So I've still got a bit here, look, left to do. Bit around there. And that back bit, next to that bed, I'm going to put a little pathway along there as well, because I don't want all this couch grass growing up and growing into everything. It's very annoying. It's hard to get rid of. So yeah, there's a few bits to get done. But I think I'll just finish this little bit here. And then I'll be able to think about moving the actual wooden structures from the bed over there. Obviously as well, I'll have to rake it all flat, you know, flat-ish sort of thing. Yeah, I'll have to make sure it's fairly flat. Well, it is on a hill anyway, but that's the idea of this garden, which is why we chose this part of the garden, because it's on a slope, and if it rains, it'll, you know, drain down instead of making all your beds all soggy. So yeah, it's quite a good thing, really. As you can see from a distance, there's a fair bit to do, but that's the bit up there where I've got to take the beds from to bring down here. So, and a bit of weeding, but not too bad really, considering. And I want to sort all the hen area out, and all this green netting I'm going to take off and put in the washing machine. I'm not going to use it in the with the blue pipe, but it's too expensive to just discard really. So these are the long beds. They're easy to take apart, they're only pallet wood, and I'm going to be moving them down to the area that I've just been doing. Yeah, there's a few beds, but we'll see how we get on anyway. I won't be able to do it all today, but I'll finish some tomorrow. Now I've managed to do that half today. So yeah, like I say, tomorrow I'll go back there and lay the beds in there, and then I can start transplanting the fruit bushes. Happy days. So be sure to hit the bell and subscribe if you don't mind, and catch me in the next video when I should have finished all this and we can start bringing the beds down and laying them down here ready for the fruit bushes. Anyway, you take care everyone. Bye for now. Bye.
Why not come and join me on Facebook or Instagram? The link is in the description.